All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here today. My name is Tyler Jefferson. I'm a software engineer, I'm a car enthusiast, and most importantly, I'm the developer of my Pocket Mechanic app that I can't wait to share with you guys today. So a little bit about me before we get into the app. My background, I came from Jacksonville. I had spent the past 5 years working in the multifamily industry up there, primarily as an account executive selling maintenance supplies to apartment communities. I did spend some time at the beginning of my career working as a leasing consultant on site at an apartment, but most of my free time went into my two cars. I've got a 2006 Jeep Wrangler and a 2017 Ford Focus ST, and pretty much anything that I've got the space to do in my garage, I would do myself. Installs for aftermarket parts, routine maintenance items, but I was running into a couple problems as far as record keeping for my maintenance on my cars. I would change my oil and not note down what mileage I was at, what date it was. I'd just try and remember when I needed to change it next. Not a very good practice. There were times that I'd go to the store thinking that I knew, say, what oil filter I needed off the top of my head. I'd grab the right size, but it had the wrong threads, so it wouldn't screw on to the engine block. And also, I just wanted to have a nice place to list out some future goals for the builds on my vehicles. And my solution was my Pocket Mechanic application, which we've got my wireframe on the side here. It's basically just a nice centralized location to store the fluids and parts that are needed for regular maintenance on your vehicles, as well as keep a list record of all the work that you've done on your cars. And we can jump right into the demo here. When you visit the site, you're going to be greeted by this login page. And once you sign in, you are taken to your garage, which here are my two vehicles. We've got the oil specs, the year, make, model for each one, and on the back of each card, you've got some maintenance items. As you can see for the Jeep, that has needed some more serious love, but 15-year-old vehicle, so you know. But let's say we're ready to get something a little more reliable. We're feeling bougie and would like to get ourselves a nice Porsche. Not brand new, but, you know, new to me, still nice. And this guy does take some fancy and I'm sure very expensive full synthetic oil. But once we submit that card, you're going to see the vehicle is created on your home page. You've got nothing on the back yet for this one, though, so let's change that. We're going to fast forward, let's say, about a month into the future, and it's time for our first oil change.
Already?
Yeah, yeah. You know, you've got a Porsche. You're gonna put a lot of miles on it. So, as you can see, that is now reflected only on that vehicle, but unfortunately, not rich yet. So we're gonna delete that out of here. I did build this app with a mobile-first design in mind. So as you can see here, everything is fully responsive. You can still view your maintenance records on each card. The list is going to be in a column instead of in a row, and the add vehicle form still works. And also on the phone, you can go ahead and take a photo directly instead of having to upload one from your library. The tech stack I used to accomplish all of this was the MERN stack. We've got a MongoDB document database paired with a Node and Express API. That backend is deployed to an AWS EC2 instance. My front end was built out with React, and I utilized Grommet components, and that is deployed on an AWS S3 bucket. My security for login was built with Firebase authentication from Google, and I used Canva to design the logo for my application. For the future, I'd love to leverage some of Mongo's advanced querying capabilities to add some filtering. For the maintenance records specifically, I'd like to show them in either date, mileage, or maintenance type lists, and also let the users set their vehicles in whichever order they prefer for their garage. That future goals that I was talking about at the beginning for the vehicles, I'd like to create an aftermarket modification list that is kind of like a to-do list, but it also lets you link to your preferred aftermarket parts retailer of choice, and potentially redevelop the app in React Native to make it even more mobile responsive. Thank you all so much. My email is here, my LinkedIn URL and Instagram, and the QR code will take you to my LinkedIn, GitHub, and resume.